All right, picture this. You're all set for a cruise to the Caribbean and instead end up in Portland, Maine. That's what happened with the Norwegian Escape.
Yeah, perhaps that's a fitting name considering the ship had to escape the path of a hurricane, all those storms down the Atlantic, and end up in Portland. CBS 13's Max Williams joining us live in Portland.
And Max, you spoke with a lot of passengers today who originally boarded down in New York. What's been their reaction to the change in plans?
Stephanie and Greg, well, their reaction is they are not too happy about this. A lot of passengers saying that they packed plenty of shorts and t-shirts, but they were not expecting to pack sweatshirts and pants. Now that over 4,000 passenger cruise just left Portland's harbor, but unfortunately it's not headed for the Caribbean.
What was supposed to be a warm, inviting cruise to the Caribbean instead turned into a trip to the much cooler Northeast.
We were expecting fun in the sun.
You book a Caribbean cruise expecting warm, not to be up here in Maine.
Passengers were supposed to be in the Dominican Republic today, but instead took in the views Portland has to offer. Norwegian Cruise Line's telling passengers they had to change the itinerary due to Humberto and Imelda.
And passengers are yelling and screaming at the crew, which it's not their fault.
This group coming all the way from Tennessee. They say they were never notified of the change until they stepped foot onto the boat in New York.
We were told at that point, well, your luggage is going to be here even if you decide to get off.
A couple from New Jersey says as they were checking in, they noticed one sign taped to a wall in the terminal and small letters reading, "We have lined up some fantastic alternative destinations." But the frequent Norwegian cruise goers say you would have to have been lucky to see it.
And they said they would give you 20% off on the next cruise, is that correct?
Yes, they said 20% on the next cruise.
The cruise ship made a stop in Boston before arriving in Portland. It's now headed to Eastport. And with that comes the need for warmer clothes.
The poor passengers have been buying the hats and earmuffs like crazy today.
Paula Ashton had a stand right near the cruise terminal full of winter hats and gloves. And with each sale, she also delivered some words of encouragement.
Go have your lobster roll.
I visit the restaurants and the distilleries. It's very nice. Also see how lobster tastes.
We're just aimlessly wandering around trying to figure out the fun for today.
And we just heard back from Norwegian Cruise Lines who say that this cruise, once it leaves Eastport, it will be headed to Bermuda. They also tell us that their other cruise line, Aqua, was just canceled. They just had to cancel their trip to Bermuda, and it will eventually make a stop in Portland. Live in Portland, Max Williams, CBS 13 News.
I can imagine a lot of Maine sweatshirts being bought today, Max. Thank you.